If you're meeting for YouTube Live, we are live. Okay. Meeting for YouTube Live, we are live. I'm going to turn the volume off. And
I'm going to get my phone for a sec. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back.
I pasted the link to the video. We are just waiting. We're getting everything set up right now. So the link, no. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Copy. That's not the link. This is the link. There we go. So the YouTube link in the chat is the video link. And I'm going to go ahead and share it to Facebook.
Are you just posting the link, or are you
Creating a post with the link? There we go. Virgo, Rachel. Okay. So I just created a post and tagged you.
okay?
If you want to go ahead and share that out. Go back to Zoom. I want to go to I'm going to actually minimize Zoom and go to YouTube. Okay, we got 3. We've got people joining in right now. How's everyone doing? Jared is here.
Welcome, Jared. Hi.
Hi, Jared. See if a few more people are going to jump on with us. Let's see.
Just need about 1 more minute. I'm still posting.
Oh, we're gonna have to. Oh, there we are. A few minutes. Hello, Maria. Welcome. Beautiful. So for those of you who are new to this YouTube channel, Crystal Sun Healing, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and tune in. Make sure you have a glass of water, piece of paper to write with, piece of paper and a pen to write with, And I will be doing a teaching on some crystals, and Elysia will be doing a teaching on the astrology and leading us through the ritual. Hello, Liana. How are you? So,
Um, Give me a second, Nina. I'm gonna turn my video off. It's hard for me to look on Facebook with this.
okay.
I'll be right back.
All right, Liana. I'm sorry, Elysia is getting situated. But for those who are just joining in, we will be doing a new moon in Virgo ritual and with a crystal grid activation. If you don't catch us live, you can always replay this. But we're going to be working with some really, really awesome crystals. How's everyone feeling as far as this new moon energy is going? I've woke up feeling really, 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 really refreshed. It was beautiful. I felt like someone poured into my cup, and I was like, oh, it's this new moon energy. I'm ready to get organized. And so I've just been doing a lot of cleaning and organizing and moving things around and just preparing for the next journey in life, you know? So I'm doing great, Maria. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? So thank you for hitting the like button, everyone. Let's see, we have it shared to Facebook and we have it shared to, it's on our YouTube. This is our first time streaming on YouTube, so please be patient with us. Oh yes, Jared, just so you know, the card reading is going to be after the ritual. I just want you to know that's what's happening. Beautiful. All right, Maria's doing great as well. Yes, and let's see.
I'm almost done, Nina.
Okay.
5 more seconds.
All right.
Awesome.
And when we go into the live readings, we will put in the links for prepayment. For those who are interested, we're offering $11 readings, $22 readings, and $33 readings for 1, 2, and 3 cards. And the options are Venmo or PayPal. Yeah. All right. Almost there. This is going to be a new offering for this channel where I offer a few more lives. Awesome. Maria, you just paid for a 2-card reading. So when it's time for the reading, or you can tell us now, just let us know what topic you would like covered, and we can move forward with that. It's going to be so good. And she's back. Welcome back, Elysia.
Thank you so much, Nina. Thank you so much for holding down the fort. Like Nina was saying earlier, this is the first time that we're streaming on YouTube. We're so excited. And with that, we're just figuring out some of the tech stuff. So thank you guys so much for your patience. Did we want to get started with our intros and
let's do our intros. Would you like to go first?
Yeah, sure. So for everyone who doesn't know me, welcome. My name is Elysia. I'm a Toltec shaman and healer. And I work with individuals on clearing trauma, clearing emotional wounds, and also limiting beliefs, and also channeling self-love, channeling messages from your higher self and guides to you. And I also do astrology readings as well. So that's me in a nutshell.
Oh, nice. And I am Nina Simone. I am a Toltec shaman and crystal healer. I'm an herbalist and I do energy work. I teach about crystals, and that's what this channel is all about. Um, I do readings and I offer mentorships, shamanic mentorships, and dream magic mentorships. That's pretty much what covers most of what I offer. But as we get to know each other more, we will be sharing more. So I'm excited. So how's this Virgo energy treating you, Elysia?
You know, it's really cleansing. It's really good. It's really cleansing, really good. Um, I love it. I'm happy. So,
Okay, great.
what about you?
I've just been getting super organized and cleaning, and just it feels really good. I feel renewed.
Yes, yeah, and it's so great because of the new moon. It's such a great time to purge, cleanse, get your space really nice and organized, and because of the Virgo season. Virgo energy loves to be organized and clean. They're like the organizer of the zodiac. So this is the perfect time.
Beautiful. Jerry said he woke up excited. I feel the same.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the flow of what's going to happen tonight. So for everyone that's joining on, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Um, and then let's talk about the flow.
Yeah. So what we can do, I don't know if you wanted to open up the space, Nina, if you wanted to do that for this ritual or not. But I have such a beautiful astrology talk designed for you guys on this new moon in Virgo, what that means, what's available to us, what we should be identifying with and focusing on during this very potent time, and why. And then I also have a color spectrum meditation I'm going to walk you through for spectrum color healing, which is amazing. And Nina has a crystal grid activation that is going to be awesome. I'm so excited about that. So um, I can start unless you want to, Nina. It's totally up to you.
Yeah, let me go ahead and start. Let everybody know the things that they should have close by. Um, so some of the crystals that I'll be working with tonight is this beautiful quartz crystal, some garnet, some citrine, amazonite, and amethyst.
Yay!
And if you have any quartz crystal points that you like to add and pretty up to your grid, that's perfectly fine. And if you have a piece of paper or a special grid like this is made out of copper. You can get these online. I got this at a metaphysical shop, but these are really amazing for doing crystal grid work, especially because copper helps to amplify the energies of the crystals. And if you don't have any of the crystals that I named, working with your quartz crystal will be perfectly awesome and great because you can tune uh, clear quartz to any crystal frequency. So work with what you have and you just build from there. So having those close by, we will do the crystal grid activation a little bit in a little bit, but I would like to go ahead and just open up the space. So we can get settled in our seats. Make sure you have your journal for taking notes close by. Have a glass of water and try to ask the people around you to not disturb you for like the next 30 minutes. And you should be good to go. But calling in peace and grounding and clarity. Calling in our higher selves. Calling in the earth element. calling in the archangels, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Uriel, and Archangel Gabriel. We can call in the directions: the north, the east, the south, and the west. Calling in the elementals: air, wind, air, fire, water, and earth. And if you're familiar with the constellation of Virgo, go ahead and focus on that energy. Since we're in New Moon Virgo, let's call in and invoke that constellation using a little bit of star magic here. And let's just take 3 deep breaths together, breathing in through your nose, exhaling out through your mouth. Breathing in, exhaling out. Last time, breathing in. Exhale, let it go. And ask that a circle of protection is placed around each and every one of us and each and every single person participating around this healing space, and so on and so forth. So it is.
It is beautiful. Thank you, Nina.
Yeah, totally.
Amazing. It's so important to set up your space when you're doing this kind of work, and to set your intention and create your own circle of protection, just so we can really ground and really root in what we're doing and why we're doing it. When we do that, we can really drop into the space that we need to get the assistance and healing that we're about to in this activation. So I'm excited. And thank you for that. So I'm just going to jump into it. I'm going to jump into Virgo season. Happy new moon in Virgo. Thank you for everyone who joined us today. I'm so excited. And what's really amazing about Virgo is that Virgo energy it's an earth sign. And so it's grounded, it's rooted, it's stable, it's dependable, it's reliable. And Virgo is really known as the healer of the zodiac. And what's interesting is that I love astrology because it really gives you, it's such an incredible tool to give you so much insight into yourself, others, and what's going on in the world and why. So with Virgo energy, since it's so structured and so much of a healer, I relate to it in a little bit of a different way. Me, I'm a Pisces, so I'm actually the exact opposite of Virgo. And what's interesting is that for anyone on this live, I want to suggest that you find your opposite zodiac sign and start studying it, because it's really like your counterpart energy that's going to make you really complete. So for me as a Pisces, Pisces are known as healers as well. However, with our healing, it's more emotional, it's more around the world of emotions and intuition. Whereas with Virgo, it's more around the world of systems and what routines and systems do you need to build in your day in order to heal and thrive and run your best life and live your best life. What's interesting is that Virgo rules the digestion system. So every astrology sign rules a different body part. Virgo rules the digestive system. So right now would be a wonderful time to do a cleanse. I'm on one right now. I'm on day 7, and I have been purging so much. I am someone who eats very clean and very healthy, and I still am purging so much. So that's to say that there is so much for us to continue cleansing in order to invite our healing in, right? So now's a good time to take focus and account of what it is that you're putting into your body. Not only what you're putting into your body, but what is the vibration of what you're putting into your body. So if you're eating, everything has energy, everything has a vibration. So if you're eating things that are alive, plants, fruits, something, and plants carry high vibrations. This is scientifically proven. So if we identify with our foods and what we're eating, if we're eating, let's say, like crackers and chips and processed foods, that's food that is dead energy. It's dead, or meat that's processed. When animals are killed, before they're killed, their adrenaline is firing. They're experiencing a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety. And so that is in the tissues of these animals. So if we're eating that, that is what we're inviting into our life experience and into our bodies. It's important to just make these mental notes of what we are accepting our way energetically, not just with food, but with people, with everything. So with that, I want you guys to ask yourself, and you can write this down, what events or situations have unfolded in your life that you need to still process or still digest? And I say this because if we don't digest our food properly, we're not really at our best self. We're not really at our most optimal self, and our bodies aren't the healthiest that they can be. We may experience stomach cramps and knots and all these things. And the same thing goes with our emotions. And with things that have happened in our past that maybe we haven't fully processed yet, or we haven't fully digested yet, so that we can release it. If we don't fully process and digest it, then we can't fully release it. So right now is a really good time to let go of certain stories that you have, certain narratives, or let's say your life experience up until this point is one in which you've been taken advantage of. You're like, I'm always taken advantage of. Now, today, with this new moon in Virgo, with this new period in time, you have an opportunity to kind of take whatever those hangups are and hang them elsewhere and be like, that was a specific point in my life and I needed that for a reason. And how am I going to operate moving forward in a way that is healed, in a way that is honoring of myself, in a way that is empowered, and then start moving from that place. And this is really designed, this new moon in Virgo is really designed to support our mind and our body, and what we can do to support the mind, the body, so that it can come into alignment and support each other. And Virgo really represents self-sufficiency, being independent, being very strong, very compassionate, and finding the right tools and systems for your body and for your mind. Virgos are the ultimate healers in that way. They find amazing systems, and they're so disciplined and so good with routine and so good with organization. It's meticulous. They're like, everything has to be perfect. So what's really, really good is that this is a time to cleanse and detox and purge, so you can invite all this beautiful, yummy goodness into your life. And I want you guys to say this prayer with me, and you can either write it down or you can repeat it later on or throughout this time. But what I like to do is I like to light a candle and sage. I saged earlier. So if you have a smudge stick or a candle or something, now would be a good time to light it. If not, no worries at all. Just stay put and just be present. So I want everyone to just take a deep breath. Hold and release. And I want you to say this with me. I cleanse away the heavy pains. I cleanse away the past. I cleanse away all that keeps me trapped in the dark. I feel lighter now. My spirit is free. I connect with the love that lives within me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So it's so good to invite and call forth and speak forth the things that you want to experience and the things that you're calling into your life. That's one way you really take ownership over your power. because our words are very powerful, our affirmations and our claims are very powerful. So with this new moon in Virgo, what I want you guys to focus on is where in your life do you feel held back? Where in your life are you maybe stopping yourself, or you could be incorporating more discipline and more time and more tools in order to really, really feel on track in your life in all areas? How can you set yourself up to win every day, every moment? How can you prepare even more? How can you anticipate your needs so you're not stressed when stressors come up? It's really good to get in conversation with yourself with these questions so you can identify those things, then give it to yourself. Otherwise, you'll kind of feel like a hamster in a wheel, you just can't get off. So the last thing I want to say with regarding this new moon and this energetic update and what we need to focus on right now, what we have an opportunity to focus on right now, is really identifying what is your dream life. If you could have anything, if you could be anything or go anywhere, what would you do? What would your life feel like? What would it look like? How would you go about your day if you were in complete alignment with your truth and your dreams and your highest self? What would that be? And get in tune with that feeling. Like as I'm talking, you guys, start feeling into that. Start picturing that. Use this time to manifest. Use this time on this ritual, just as I'm talking, to get in that energetic vibration. Because we're constantly manifesting at every moment. It's just, what are we manifesting, right? So if you weren't afraid and you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do? That's what this new moon in Virgo is about. It's about identifying and having that deep cleanse, but also a deep conversation with yourself as to where is it, like when it's all said and done, where is it I want to go and where is it I want to be, and what seeds do I want to plant today to supercharge me there. And what's amazing is that with this new moon in Virgo, Virgo energy is like the solution-oriented person. They only see solutions. They're like, why would you, like, if you want to work out and you're not getting up in the morning and working out, why would you do that? That's dumb. If you want to lose weight and exercise, why aren't you scheduling it into your day and then doing it? They're just they're very cut and dry, linear in that way. So what's beautiful is you can use this energy to create true systems like you haven't before, and tap into deeper levels of discipline and figure out what routines are going to assist you the most in recharging, in getting into energetic alignment with your purpose and your career, with love, with all of those things. So yeah, that's what I have.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
That's awesome. Shout out to all the Virgo energy in the house. I just wanted to say we have quite a few Leo Virgo cusps. But that was awesome. I was going deep into thought about what I'm manifesting, and it's gonna be great. So this is the part where, after you take your intentions that you have written down, that you were guided, inspired by Elysia, and you're going to want to put them by your grid, okay? And so for those who are just joining on, I'll show you everyone what we're working with. I'm using this copper flower of life as my gridding plate, okay? You can use a piece of paper, or you can use a clipboard, some sort of hard surface. And then the first crystal that we're going to work with. So whenever you set up a crystal grid, you want to have like your master crystal, okay? And your master crystal is generally like the beacon. So this is a great beacon crystal. It's literally a generator. This is a twin generator, but this is a generator that I'm going to place literally in the middle of the grid, okay? And for those of you who have seen crystal grids before, you can create different shapes. So if you're trying to ground energy, you can create a square, okay? If you're trying to project energy, you can create a triangle. If you want to create the energy of where you're trying to infuse energy, bring two energies together, then you can do an upright triangle and a down upside down triangle, basically the Star of David or the Metatron's cube, and put those in your cube, and that's usually done with like 6 points. But basically we're using sacred geometry. And then if you're just trying to radiate energy out and you're not really 100% sure where you're going with it, you can always do a circle. A circle's pretty powerful. A circle is pretty standard. You really can't go wrong with the energies, okay? Because it's really all about the intention. Now, granted, if you're working with pointy crystals or spheres, it will allow you a little more precision when you know exactly what it is that you're doing. So, clear quartz is going to be my master generator crystal. Clear quartz is the amplifier, it's the transmitter. It can be programmed to do anything really. It's receptive, it's projective. It works on all the different chakras and it works on all the different parts of the body. Next, I have this lovely, beautiful garnet. Garnet is for strength and endurance. For those who want to know more about garnet or any of these crystals that I'm mentioning here, you can always go on my channel and I have more detailed videos talking more about these crystals. But garnet is a great Virgo crystal for endurance, strength, and motivation and ambition to keep going. And so I am going to put this in my south sector behind my main crystal, okay? Next, we'll be using amazonite. Some people say amazonite. I say amazonite. I'm not really sure the actual pronunciation, but I was told amazonite. So it's amazonite tonight. And this particular crystal is really excellent for organization, communication, and calming and soothing your emotions. This has a very strong, like airy quality, but also an earthy quality to it as well. So I felt very called, because this is also a Virgo stone, to include this in my grid. Because, you know, when we are looking to manifest in our in our in our lives, we want to be very clear in our communication as well as organized. So I'm going to put that in my eastern sector because east represents air. And you could say it's also like the first communication because that's where the sun rises. Next, I'm going to work with amethyst. Amethyst helps us see very clearly. Amethyst is the stone of sobriety. Amethyst is basically for the third eye. But when I say sobriety, I mean, it's a good sobriety stone, but when you think of sobriety in its plain definition, it literally means clear or clarity. So we have strength, communication, and now we have vision. And I'm going to put that in the north sector of my grid. And next, we're going to be working with citrine. Citrine is beautiful. It's abundance. It's also organization. It's also integration. It works well for the sacral and solar plexus, and solar plexus is all about integration. And it's also good for like invigorating and bringing in the prosperity and abundance flow. So we're going to place citrine in the western segment because that's where the sun sets and that's where the fire burns as it goes down the horizon. There's no exact science or rhyme or reason. This is what I'm feeling called to do. And based on how I work my medicine wheel, these are the stones and placements that I like to use. And then I have these lovely, clear quartz crystals. And so when you look in your grid, when you look at different grids, you can use the little points to connect and show the direction of how you want the energy to flow in your grid. So for me, since I basically have built a large medicine wheel, I am going to place my points going from north to east, east to south, south to west, and then west back to north, creating a nice little flow chart, okay? So everything's flowing around in a circle. Ultimately, my vision is to have a spiral because I am creating a manifestation grid to ground energy, specific energies designed to my manifestations in from heaven down to earth. And so after you build your grid, um, you can actually use an extra crystal, or you can use the last crystal that you placed, and this is called your activating stone. Okay, so a lot of times when people build pretty grids, they don't always remember to activate their grid. So once again, it's just a pretty grid. And so with your intention, you can use the activating stone and focus the energy on the middle, the power stone, the central part of your grid, and literally with your intention or a prayer I like to use, I usually say, I'd like to be connected with the divas of this crystal grid. With my intentions, I now activate this grid. And after I activate the grid, I like to run my hand over it to get the energy flowing. And if you are sensitive to energy, you can feel the energy. I can feel the energy literally coming out of this crystal grid right now. And when you are done with this grid, if you want to keep it running, or if you don't want to keep it running, make sure you take one crystal and move it out to break the flow of energy, to keep the energy nice and pure. Um, Keep it in an area where it'll be undisturbed, largely undisturbed. Or if you want to get really creative, if you're growing anything or manifesting something, I like to put it in my plant. And so put my grid in my plant, and using the plant energy as the plant grows, your intention gets stronger as well. And so that is the crystal grid activation. When you are done with your intentions, I recommend you place your intentions underneath the grid or close to the grid. I like to put it underneath the grid so that the grid's like really just pulling from it, but that's totally up to you. So that is the crystal grid activation part.
Thank you so much, Nina. That was beautiful. That was amazing. I have so many crystals and I am just getting into crystal grid, so I can't wait to do this. And I had a question.
Yeah.
So for people who are putting this in their plant, do they have to put it on a plate, or can they put it in a certain way in a plant? Like if I were to put crystals in this plant right over here, could I just set it in the north and south and east location and then one in the center?
Yeah, you can put your plant on a plate, or I like to just put my crystals straight in the soil.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Plants love minerals. If you think about where we get minerals from, they come from the earth. So the plants love it. So it's a really good little crystal hack there.
Yay, beautiful. Thank you so much. And I just wanted to clarify for everyone who's on the live, I didn't go through setting intentions. So for tonight, when you do this, if you do something for yourself, your own personal ritual, write down your intentions for the next 6 months and do it in a way where you're saying and inviting this from the universe and saying, thank you, universe, for XYZ. Thank you for this, or earning this amount of money or more. Never limit yourself. Always say what you want or more so that you can open up the space to receive maybe what's the best for you in the moment. And when you do that, you can put it underneath your crystal grid, like Nina said. So that'll be really powerful, and it'll just give it that extra potent push of energy. Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. Um, Another thing to add on to that is something that I learned from one of my teachers is that when you notice some of your intentions are coming to fruition, as a way of like supercharging your gratitude, literally say, "How can it get better than this?"
I love that.
And then the
Oh, that
universe
feels
is like,
so
"Oh
good.
yeah, let me show you," and then they like show you.
That's awesome. That's such a good hack. So, okay, well, we have about 5 minutes left. So I can go through this color spectrum meditation. It's designed to be longer. So I don't know if we're getting chats in the comment box on YouTube, but let us know if you guys still want to do it. Otherwise, we may need to close out so we can get ready for our new moon in Virgo readings, which we're going to do in about 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, exactly 20 minutes. If you're How long is your color meditation?
It's about 10 minutes.
Oh,
Like, yeah. So it just depends. If you guys want it, we can go through it. Otherwise, I can go through this the next time we do a ritual.
because we have 5 minutes before the Zoom um shifts us in.
Out? Yeah. Okay. So let's do that for another time. We'll keep you guys waiting. But you have such juicy and important information to work with now with
Mhm.
just this short activation that we gave you guys. Just give yourself the opportunity and the gift of really doing this full out and giving yourself an opportunity to really tap into your heart and into your spirit. And you can set your space to make it beautiful and warm and inviting and play music or light a candle or buy fresh flowers. Whatever it is that makes you feel good and taken care of is so important and powerful right now. So definitely take today, if you can, to sit down and write intentions for every area of your life, for how you want your life to look and feel. And then you can do your crystal grid activation. And for, do you sell crystals, Nina?
Um, I typically do, but right now, my site is going under construction.
Got it.
So when that is back up and running, I will be doing some posts on YouTube and on my Instagram.
Uh-huh.
So, uh, as we just so we don't forget, I want to make sure we do some grounding, um, because that crystal grid activation was really powerful. And if anyone else did the crystal grid activation, then they should definitely do some grounding as well. So I just want to put that out there.
Thank you, Nina. What are some great ways to ground for people who may not know?
So as we close out this energetic circle for the ritual, I want everyone to just close their eyes and imagine you have roots. Roots from your feet, roots from your ankles, roots from your legs, your hips, your core, your heart, roots from your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your fingers, your neck. Roots from the crown of your head reaching down, down, down into the ground, into the crust, into the mantle, into the core. Go ahead and bring your roots even further into the core, inside the Earth Mother's heart, and plant your roots there until you find the crystal core of the Earth. And ask to be grounded and reunited with um with yourself, to be aligned, centered, and balanced in a beautiful, strong way. And you can just take a deep breath in and exhale. Breathe it out and just release the practice. Mm.
Beautiful. Amazing. Thank you so much, Nina.
Yeah. And of course, we want to thank all of our guides that came through and held space for us. Um, and any other light spiritual beings that have supported us on this journey, we thank you. Thank you for coming into this space, and we thank our higher selves. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you so much, Nina.
Absolutely.
That was amazing.
Yeah. So the feedback from the chat is a few people said they would rather do the meditation when we have more time. So
Good choice.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we will. I hope you
Alrighty.
guys have an amazing time today, and I hope you take some moments for yourself and really just take this time to see what you need and give that to yourself. So thank you for joining us, and I hope you have an amazing day. For those who are interested, we're going to be jumping on shortly and doing New Moon in Virgo live dual readings. And so we're going to be doing 1 card, 2 card, and 3 card readings in which Nina and I will channel messages from your higher self and guides to you. And they're extremely discounted. They're going to be $11, $22, and $33, depending on the number of cards that you want. And so we'll put our information in the description so that if you guys want to book a live reading on the call, so it's discounted, you can.
Yes. Yes, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
And what time?
4 p.m. Pacific.
Okay, so we'll see everyone in about 15 minutes. We'll be here. Can't wait.
Oh, thanks, you guys.
Thanks.
Blessings.
Blessings.